Mike Radich here, and I'm now joined on the phone by World Series of Fighting Bantamweight Marlon Moraes. Marlon, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, training hard. I'm just waiting for the day of the battle, you know. I'm ready, man.
You got a fight coming up at World Series of Fighting 2 on March 23rd. Marlon, where are you training for this fight, and who are you training with in preparation for this one?
Yeah, I'm living in Florida, but now for my training camp, I'm here in Toms River. I'm doing my training camp with Ricardo Almeida. I'm training with Frankie, Edgar, Mark, and Eddie Alvarez, Edson Barboza, and Akira. I'm training a lot of guys here, you know. My coach is here from Brazil, my stand-up coach. And we are training pretty hard, you know. Wrestling, boxing, MMA, everything, you know. It's a pretty good training camp.
You're going to be fighting Tyson Nam. What are your thoughts about him as an opponent?
He's a tough guy, you know. He's good stand-up, good MMA fighter. And, man, I don't too much things to say, you know. I just know he's a tough guy. He's on the top bantamweights in the world. But I'm training hard, and I will show a lot of good things for you guys on March 23rd, you know. I'm ready for this battle, you know.
Where do you feel you have the advantage in this fight, and where do you feel that you need to be worried the most about his game? Where do you feel that he presents the most problems for you?
MMA today, man, everybody's training everything, you know. Everybody's training stand-up, boxing, jiu-jitsu, everything. I'm working on all areas, you know. I just want to be ready, and wherever this fight goes, you know, I'm ready for anything on this fight, you know.
How much do you know about Tyson Nam? Had you ever heard of him before they announced him as your opponent?
Yeah, man, I know a little bit about his history, you know, about his fights. And I watched his last fight against the Brazilian guy, Eduardo Dantas. He's pretty impressive. His performance, you know, shows that he's a great fighter, you know. And I think that's it, you know. He works in Portland. And I don't know as much, you know, but I know a little bit about his fighting style, about his last fight. Today, man, everybody knows about everybody, you know, in the game.
Currently, he's ranked in the top 10. A lot of the websites out there have him as a top 10 bantamweight. Have you been impressed? Do you think he's a top 10 guy?
I think so, man. He's a tough guy, you know, and he beats the Bellator champion, Eduardo Dantas. That is a top fighter in the world, you know. I think he deserves it, you know. He's there because he deserves it. He did what he had to do, you know, and I think he deserves it there.
You said in your training you're preparing for everything. Is that where you see this fight going, everywhere?
Yeah, man, I'm ready. Wherever this fight goes, I'm ready, you know. I'm training all areas, and let's go and fight MMA, you know. I'm ready.
Now, is this fight going to be for the title? Because I've seen some rumors out there that they said it was going to be a title fight. I've also seen something where it said it wasn't, but it was a number 1 contenders fight. You know, what's the scoop? Is this a title fight?
No, this is not a title fight. It's just a regular fight, you know. No title on the line.
I see. And now, Marlon, for this fight, has it been easier preparing for training for Tyson Nam? Because your last fight was against Miguel Torres, a guy you had trained with in the past and you'd known very well. Has this training camp been easier or harder because, harder because you don't really know that much about him, you don't have that experience of training with Tyson Nam? Easier or harder? What's training camp been like?
All the training camps are hard, you know. This one is harder than the last one, and the next one is going to be harder than this one, you know. We try to put myself on the worst situations that I can see, and it's hard. It's really hard, man. It's a really tough training camp. I think I never trained as much better and trained for this fight, you know. I'm training for a long time, but I think this time I'm training like I never trained before.
Before your fight with Miguel Torres, not a lot of people knew about you. Now it seems like you're getting a lot more attention. Does it feel that way? Does it feel like, you know, you're getting a lot more exposure, a lot more attention because of that win, or do you feel like you're still kind of flying under the radar a bit?
Yeah, I think that I'm still finding my way, you know. I think some guys know me now because I just fought Miguel Torres, but I'm still looking for my spot, you know. I'm still underdog, and I have a lot of things to prove. And I know it, and I'm working on this, and I will show everybody that I can do a lot of new things, you know, and that I deserve to be where I am, you know.
Last time out at World Series of Fighting 1, you defeated Miguel Torres by split decision. Did you think the fight was that close?
I don't know, man. If I was scoring, I would give me a unanimous decision. But I can understand the judge, you know, because, man, sometimes it's hard for you to judge a fight kind of like that, you know, because all attention is on another guy. Everybody knows the guy. And sometimes you are watching the fight and you don't even pay attention on the other guy, you know. All the things that he does, you're not watching. You are just paying attention on the other guy. And I totally understand if they gave him a round, you know. It's okay, man. But it's important for me. Sometimes something like that happens, because for my next fight I'm gonna train more. Be ready and go there and try to do more, you know. I know I have to put more. I can do better, and I will do much better this next fight, you know.
Now, Miguel Torres, he's a legend in MMA for the lighter weight class guys. He's a former WEC champion. It's definitely the biggest win of your career in terms of name value, but where do you think this fight ranks amongst the best performances of your career? Is it right up there, or do you think, you know, you've done some better ones than that fight?
Yeah, I don't understand as well about rankings, but man, I'm not thinking about that, you know. I'm just thinking about my next fight, go there, improve on my training camp, getting better every day, and go there and show a good fight for the fans, for the people that like to watch the fight, you know. I'm not worried about rankings, about what is going to come after this fight. I'm just worried about my next fight, and after my next fight, we will see what happens, you know. I'm working for the World Series. Whatever they say, I will do, you know.
Marlon, just curious, how did you get started in mixed martial arts?
Yeah, I started training kickboxing. I was 9, and I was training, competing amateur in Brazil, and then my neighbor, he invited me to go to jiu-jitsu, train jiu-jitsu. He gave me a training lesson for free. Started training jiu-jitsu, having fun, go to a couple competitions. And when I was 18 years old, one of my friends was making a show, and he said, man, I'm going to do 3 MMA fights on my show. Do you want to fight MMA, or you want to fight kickboxing? I said, man, I want to fight MMA. And he said, do you think you're ready? I said, man, I'm ready. I can train, and I think I can do it. I've been working on my jiu-jitsu for 3 years, and I think I can do something, you know. And I did train hard, and I went there, fight, and here I am, you know.
Now, you have 4 losses in your MMA career.
Yeah.
Those 4 losses, what did you learn from those losses? And more importantly, the most recent ones, the losses to Delvidas Terriovicius and Ralph Acosta. What did you learn from those fights, more importantly, because those are your recent fights, and since then, you've been on a really nice streak, 3 fights in a row. What did you learn from those losses?
Every loss, you learn something, you know. And I think 2 important things that I learned from my last fight, that the fight's a 15-minute fight, you know. You can't be hungry, and you can, I need to finish the fight. You just have to do what you have to do, you know, be there fighting. If the opportunity comes to finish the fight, finish the fight. If not, keep fighting, you know. And I'm trying to find myself, you know. I'm learning every fight. I'm learning, you know. I never choose opponent. Whatever they put on my way, I'm gonna get the fight. And I think it's more, you know. Sometimes you're gonna lose, sometimes you're gonna win. I'm not worried about lose or win. If I have a defeat, you know, I'm not worried about that. I'm just worried about my next fight, about be ready and go there and give my best, you know. Sometimes it's not going to be my day, I understand, you know, but I have to make this, go there and make their day my day, you know.
This is going to be your second time fighting for World Series of Fighting. How many fights do you have with them? Do you have a 3-fight deal, and this is going to be the second fight on that 3-fight deal, or do you just do individual fights, your contract? How does it work?
No, my my contract is a multi-deal. I have 4 fights with them.
I see. And how's World Series of Fighting treating you? Give us a little bit of a taste of what, backstage. What's it like fighting for World Series of Fighting, and how are they treating you?
Actually, I'm Brazilian, I have been fighting in Brazil, and I never see something like that, like the World Series of Fighting. They're taking care. I think it's not just me, but myself, but all the other fighters. I have been talking with other fighters, and man, they're doing awesome, They're working. I have been UFCs, and I saw the backstage and everything, it's just the same, looks the same. And they're doing good, I don't have anything to say bad about them, just good things. They're doing awesome, and I'm just thankful to be fighting with them, and hopefully keep fighting for them,
Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter, a lot now because you got this great deal with World Series of Fighting, but XFC, what happened with them? Because you had performed well when you fought for them. What exactly happened with XFC? They didn't, decide to offer you again, or World Series of Fighting just came in and offered you a better deal? What exactly happened there?
Man, when I fought for the XFC, I got a contract each fight, I didn't have a multi-deal with them. I fought first time with Chris Manuel, and then I fought Jared Gard, and then I had no more contract. I had no contract with them, and the opportunity to be fighting for the World Series of Fighting come, but I don't have nothing with them. They offered me a multi-year contract, but I didn't get because I don't want to be stuck on the same show. They offered me a 5-fight deal, but I didn't get. I stayed training, waiting, because I knew that something better would come, for me.
Now, you mentioned right now you're in New Jersey preparing for this fight. This fight is going to be in Atlantic City. Does that mean anything to you, fighting in New Jersey? Fighting in, I guess you could say, your new adopted hometown, I guess you could say?
Yeah, man, I'm so happy, fighting here for people that I know. I'm getting a couple friends here. I'm making a good relation with everybody here, I've got to feel home, It's going to be good. It's close, really close where I am now.
Marlon, you're 24 years old. You're very young in this sport, but already you're getting big opportunities. You're fighting on NBC Sports Network. In the past, you fought on HDNet. You're getting big fights, a fight with Tyson Nam and your last fight against Miguel Torres. Big fights here. How pleased are you with the way your career has gone so far?
I'm so happy, I started, like I said for you, I started training when I was 9 years old, It's a dream come true, It's something that I'm all my life looking for, I'm so happy, man. I'm so happy. I can't wait for March 23rd, man, and this fight, It's when I will step there on the cage, it's gonna be like a dream for me, I love, man. I love to fight. I love to be fighting, and when I'm there, I'm doing what I love to do,
I'm sure you played this matchup in your head, 500 times over. How have you envisioned the fight ending?
Oh, man, I'm sorry, the words. Can you
Oh, sorry. This matchup, how do you see the fight playing out in your head?
Man, I always, when I'm going to fight, I'm waiting for a battle, I know this fight's going to be a battle, and me and him, I think we are ready to do the fight of the night, We are ready to be there fighting, hard pace, all the 3 rounds, and who's gonna win with this is gonna be the fans,
Marlon, real quick before I let you go, do you have any sponsors you would like to thank, and is there anything you'd like to say to the fans?
I just want to thank you, all my friends, all the people from Tom's River, from Florida, people that like me, thank you for Jacko. Jacko is always supporting me, Thank you all the guys, and thank you for the interview. And I appreciate, everything you guys doing for the sports, for the fighters. And it's very important you guys are giving this space for us, because we need, And thank you so much, and hopefully talk with you guys soon.
Marlon, thank you for taking the time to talk. I really appreciate it. Good luck March 23rd at World Series of Fighting 2 against Tyson Nam.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys. See you guys.